Hi yogis, welcome back to Ignite Fitness. Hope you're all feeling great today. Today we're going to go through a yoga core strengthening workout. So this is a really foundational workout. We're going to work at stability and strengthening right through that entire trunk, as well as working two of our belly locks, our belly and our pelvic lock, so that we can really strengthen this whole stabilizing part of our body. Yogis have notoriously strong core, and you'll see why as we move through this workout. All right, guys, if you need water on hand, otherwise all you need is a mat for underneath you. Let's begin. Now we're going to go onto our backs to start, and we're going to just work with our vacuum breathing here, working our different locks. So planting the feet on the floor, taking your hands to your belly here. We're going to inhale, and as we do, we're going to inflate the belly. Don't worry if your belly goes super round or if you're a little bloated, just embrace the moment. And as you exhale, squeeze everything in, draw the belly button toward your spine, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale big. Exhale down. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Place your hands on your belly so you can feel the core engaging. Again. One more time. Squeeze that tummy tight. From here, keeping the abs engaged. You can breathe normally, but keep everything locked in. This time I want you to squeeze your cheeks, almost as though you're doing a Kegel exercise for my lady friends on this channel. Squeezing everything nice and tight into the body. Now we're working both our pelvic and our belly locks, so our whole pelvic floor right up to the top of our abdominals are engaged. This is how you should feel as we're moving through these moves, really locked in tight. Those deep transverse muscles are really working here. You can release and breathe. This time I want you to drive the pelvis up towards the sky. You can stay here if this feels good to you, planting the palms on the mat, or you can slowly begin to walk the shoulder blades in together, interlocking your fingers and pressing that chest up high. Again, draw that belly button toward the spine and just hold here, working our entire posterior chain as well as the front of our abdominals. And remembering, guys, that when I talk, and when anybody talks, when we talk about core in fitness and yoga, we're not talking about just this part of your belly, right? We're talking about this whole core area, so that includes that lumbar spine, thoracic spine area. Squeeze it up. Hold it here for a few more breaths. Draw that awareness to your pranayama. And slowly release it down. Beautiful. We're going to rotate all the way over up onto our hands, knees position. We're going to come through our cat-cow and just really warm up the spine here. So inhale, look up towards the sky for your cow. Exhale, cat. Draw the chin toward the chest. And just find a nice natural flow here for yourself. Try not to compress the neck. So make sure the gaze is going up towards the sky as well, so you're not putting too much pressure on the neck. Take your time, really play around with your cat-cow, seeing what feels good to you today. 2 more. And the last one here. Beautiful. All right. Lock the toes underneath you. We're going to push up into our high plank position. So we're getting a nice strong line here. Belly's locked in nice and tight. The hands are underneath the shoulders. We're just going to hold here for 10, 9, 8. You got this, guys. Inhale that strength. Exhale down. 3, 2, 1. We're going to press back into our down dog. Take a second here. Pedal out those feet. Keep that tummy drawn in tight, tight, tight as you drive those hips up towards the sky, just like you're in pike. Walk them out, breathe. And find some stillness here. Really pressing back into those heels, trying to bring them as close to the mat as possible. Draw the chest toward the upper thigh. You can take the gaze in between the legs. pressing into all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. Claw hands, claw toes. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, guys, we're going to shift into high plank. Beautiful. Press back, down dog. Shift forward, high plank. Press back, down dog. And shift. Find a natural little flow here, moving at your own pace. Just in through high plank, pressing back to down dog. And go at the pace where you're able to stay locked in the tummy the entire time. So you don't have to rush it. This is not about reps. It's about controlling that core, finding that stability. Stability in our shoulders as well. We're not rocking in our hips. And we're just breathing through this motion. Beautiful. Hold back and down dog this time. Release the arms. Open the knees nice and wide. Bum to heels. Walk the fingers out for child's pose. Beautiful. Allow the breathing to return to normal. Nice even inhales and exhales. Let's shift back up into our high plank position. From here, we're going to take our left hand, right hand for me, left hand for you, into the center of our mat. We're going to rotate open into a nice, strong side plank position. I've got my feet stacked over each other, so I've got my top foot is just kind of keeping me balanced here. Holding, driving those hips up. We're going to drop the hip toward the mat and drive it straight back up toward the sky. Again, drop that hip toward the mat, drive it up. Drop it down, drive it up. Beautiful. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through center. Find your high plank. Plant the right hand in the middle of the mat. Right hand for you, left hand for me. Find your nice strong high plank, high side plank, sorry. Hold it here. Press those hips up towards the sky. And let's drop that hip toward the mat. Squeeze it back up. Making those obliques work. Drop it down. Press it up. One more time. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rotate back. Find our nice strong high plank. Drop the knees. Sink it back to our child's pose. Reach the fingertips forward. Create some space. Beautiful. Shift it forward back into high plank. Did I mention that our shoulders were going to work lots today as well? They always do on ab day. Press back into down dog. We're going to lift our right leg up into the sky. Holding it up into a nice, strong, three-legged dog. We're going to bring our right knee to our right elbow. Tap it in. And we're going to press back up into three-legged dog. And this time we're going to cross it all the way to our left elbow. And press it back up. Right back to the right elbow. Tap it. Hold it. Press it back. And crisscrossing to the left side. And press it back. And this time we're going to bring that knee all the way up through the chest, right between and planting our foot. Beautiful. We're going to find a nice little runner's lunge here. The best stretch in the world. If you can take your hands to the inside of your leg, you can either come up onto your knuckles, onto blocks, or right down onto your palms. Whatever feels best to you and is in your practice today. Inhale, exhale softly. And on our next inhale here, we're going to rotate our body in toward the right knee. Finding some space through our glute muscles. Keeping that belly locked in nice and tight and strong. Breathing in. Keeping that back leg active and engaged. Rotate back in. Plant those hands. We're going to swoop that leg straight back up into three-legged dog. Bringing that same knee into the right elbow. And press it back. And last time, crossing it all the way to the left elbow. Press it back. Beautiful. Drop the toes back to your down dog. Shifting through high plank. We're going to bend through the elbows. Drop all the way down through chaturanga. Keeping those back legs active. And press back into our down dog. Drop the knees nice and wide. Sink back for child's pose. Release some tension off the arms. They're working very hard today. Tummy is active even in child pose, guys. We're not releasing. We're still holding it taut and tight. Beautiful. Let's shift back into our high plank. I apologize for my crazy hair today. Back into high plank, belly locked in. Find that nice strong position before pressing back to down dog. Bringing the toes together, let's lift the left leg up towards the sky. Strong three-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow. Lock those abs tight. Press it back. Right, left knee, right elbow. Press it back. Left to left. Use your breath. Allow it to guide you. Left to right. And press it back. This time sweeping it between the hands, coming through to plant that foot and find our nice runner's lunge. Beautiful, guys. If it's in your practice to come both hands on the inside of the thigh, on blocks, on your knuckles, or right down onto your palms. Inhale strong here. On your next exhale, let's open up, turning in toward the left knee. Breathing, twisting. Feeling that beautiful stretch right here. It feels so good. Beautiful. Let's plant that hand. Press it back through high plank. Shifting those hips back. Lifting that leg into three-legged dog. We're going to shift forward. Left knee, left elbow. Press it back. Shift, left knee, right elbow. And press it back. Draw that foot down into down dog. Shifting through high plank. And we'll move through chaturanga, bending those elbows strong. Sweeping up. Tuck the toes, press back down dog. Beautiful, and shift those hips open, dropping for our child's pose. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to crisscross the legs, bring them through, all the way out in front. Finding a nice strong stance here. Take a moment to check your alignment. Make sure that everything is stacked. The core is drawn in. We're going to move through our boat pose sequence. So we're going to build up to our full boat pose. And so we're going to begin by drawing the knees up. We're going to sink back just beyond our sits bones, moving towards our tailbone. So we got a nice little C-curve position here. Lock those abs in, draw them tight, round through the spine, and you can use the back of your thighs for support here. Breathing. Take both hands behind one thigh. I just want you to lift the right leg off the ground. Hold, working the hip flexor, and draw it down. Switching hands, lift that left leg. Once again, working the hip flexor, and draw it down. We're going to take both hands behind the thighs and slowly begin to bring the feet off the ground. Just playing around here, taking a moment to find your balance, to find that stability. And once you find yourself steady, you can slowly begin to pedal each leg straight up into that full boat. Release the hands out. Find that steady space here. We're going to begin to lift the legs whenever you're ready. If it's not in your practice to come into full boat yet, you can stay here with the knees bent. You come up and hold. It's okay if you shake. Make sure to lean back. If you want to advance it, you can take the hands up by the ears. Wherever you are today is okay. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hook the hands behind the thigh. Again, bending them here. Finding that strong posture. Keeping the chest lifted and upright. Belly drawn in. Breathe. And when you're ready, let's come back into that full boat. Taking your time to find the balance. Allowing the breath to flow. Beautiful. Keep it drawn tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab behind the thigh. Roll them through. Tuck them in. We're going to shift back into our plank position. This time we're coming through low plank, so on our forearms. And we're going to go into a true forearm plank today, guys. So I want you to take your hands flat on the floor, pressing into your forearms. So I don't want the arms locked in. This is not a wrist plank, it's a forearm plank. Finding that nice, strong, sturdy position. Drop, bringing those toes back, drawing the belly in. Nice flat line. You can claw the fingers, claw the toes. Elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. Hold and breathe. Everything's in a straight line. Fight the urge to allow the back to twist. And just breathe. Remind yourself that you are in control. Inhale strength, guys. Exhale the doubt. You are so much stronger than you think you are. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to those knees. Sink it back. One last child's pose. A few big breaths here, guys. Really fill the body with oxygen. Flood the muscles with that fresh oxygen. Beautiful. When you're ready, slowly come back up into a seated position. Crisscross your legs into a nice, easy seat. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope this exercise, this workout, this yoga practice served you well. If you'd like to join me in bringing the hands together, dropping the forehead or the third eye to your fingertips, bowing the head. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, guys. I'll see you on the mat again tomorrow.